our next topic is how to find the area under the curve. Our next topic is the following. We need to find the area under the curve. This we have already studied in calculus 2. For example, look at this thing. Okay, and this is our function y equals to f of x, and this is the point A and this is the point B. And what is our goal? Our goal is to find the area under this curve. So what do we mean? We want to find this area. This is our area. We want to find this area under the curve. And what is the formula for this one? In order to find the area under this curve, we use the integration f of x dx from the point A to the point B. But now in this case, in our next setting, we are doing the calculus on the parametric equations. X equals to f of t and y equals to g of t, okay, and t varies from alpha to beta. One more thing you can do is the following. This formula can also be written in this form: a to b. Instead of this f of x, you can write only y d of x. And now what we can do, we can substitute these values which we have here as the parametric equation. We can substitute them. For example, in the place of y, we can write g of t, okay, and in this place of dx, remember this is our function, we can find its differential, which we know that from calculus 1, the differential can be written as f prime of t. F prime means this is the derivative of f and dt. So we can put this thing here, f prime of t multiplied with dt. And what are the limits of integration? The limits of integration are from alpha to beta. So this is the formula for finding the area under the parametric equations. By this formula we can find this thing. Okay, so let us do some problem related to this thing. Okay, so here we have this formula. You can look at this one. This is the formula for finding the area under the parametric equations. And for this, let us do one of the examples. So this example is given to us. Find the area under one arc of the cycloid. So these are our parametric equations. X equals to r multiplied with theta minus sine theta, and y equals r 1 minus cosine of theta. So what does this represent? So it is if you make a sketch of this, we are going to get this thing. Okay, we will get this thing. So we want to find the area under the curve of one arc of the cycloid. So we will use this formula to find this thing. Okay, let's Let's solve this question. Okay, so remember, instead of t, our parameter is theta here. Okay, so the first thing you need to note down is the following. R is a fixed number. R is fixed. Okay, it is not going to change, but our parameter is theta. Our parameter is theta. So we will we are going to do the derivatives and also the integration with respect to the theta. So this function, that will be our y, you can say this is g, and this function, this is f. Okay, but look at this formula, we need the derivative of f, or you can say the derivative of x. So first of all, we need to find dx by d theta. Dx by d theta, r will come here as it is. What is the derivative of theta? The derivative of theta is 1, and the derivative of sine theta, it is cosine of theta. Dx by d theta, it is equal to r into 1 minus cosine of theta. And now we substitute these values in this formula. And one more thing you need to remember, it is the following, that our theta varies from 0 to 2 pi. The parameter is theta, and theta varies from 0 to 2 pi. 0 to 2 pi. So let us write this thing here. So our integration becomes 0 to 2 pi, 0 to 2 pi, and first of all we write g of t. Okay, in this g of t, r is a constant. Okay, r is a r multiplied with 1 minus cosine of theta. And what is dx by d theta? This is this one, r 1 minus cosine of theta d theta, and this can be written in this form. R is a constant, so you can write this outside the integration, 0 to 2 pi, and inside we will get 1 minus cosine of theta square d theta. Okay, the next thing is we want to integrate this thing. We want to make integration. This you have already done in this calculus too, but for the sake of clarity I will do this here. For example, 1 minus b square, 1 minus b square, it is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. So this can be written in this form, r square integration from 0 to 2 pi, and inside we get 1 minus 2 cosine of theta plus cosine square theta d theta. Okay, the integration of the first two terms, it is easy. For example, the integration of d theta, it will be equal to theta. And what is the integration of cosine theta? The integration of cosine theta, it is equal to sine of theta. But the next problem is, how do we integrate this term cosine square theta d theta? How do we integrate this thing? So here you need to use the techniques you have learned in calculus 2 to integrate this thing. For example, here you have to use the double angle identities, which you learned in calculus 2 and also in trigonometry. For example, cosine square theta, for example cosine square theta, it is equal to it can be written in this form, half 1 plus cosine of 2 theta. And there is one more identity. I will write this here because sometimes you also have to use this thing. Sine square theta, it will be equal to 1 minus cosine of 2 theta. 1 minus cosine of 2 theta. So we will use this identity to integrate this thing. So first of all, we substitute this thing here. It becomes r square 0 to 2 pi 1 minus 2 cosine of theta plus 1 by 2. In the bracket we get 1 plus cosine of 2 theta d theta. So first we simplify this thing a little bit. We can add the constant terms. So when we add the constant terms from this 1 and plus half, it can be written as 3 by 2. The next term will be this one, minus 2 cosine of theta, and the other term will be this half cosine of 2 theta. So these are the terms we get, and now we can integrate them. So when we integrate them, we will get the following. It is equal to r square 3 by 2 theta minus what is the integration of cosine theta? The integration of cosine theta, it is sine of theta plus 1 by 2 sine of 2 theta by 2 from 0 to 2 pi, and now we substitute these limits into these functions and we simplify this thing. But before, you have to remember these things. For example, sine of 0, it is equal to 0. Cosine of 0, it is equal to 1. And the sine of pi, it is also equal to 0. Sine of 2 pi, it is equal to 0. Cosine of pi, it is equal to minus 1. And the cosine of 2 pi, it is equal to 1. And then we simplify this thing. So r square, when we substitute the upper limit, we get 3 by 2 multiplied with 2 pi minus 2 sine of 2 pi plus 1 by 4 sine of 4 pi, and then minus, we substitute the lower limit. When we substitute the lower limit, it will become 3 by 2 multiplied with 0 minus 2 sine of 0 plus 1 by 4 sine of 0. And now if you look at this, all the terms in this second bracket, they become 0. Okay, they become 0. And also in the first bracket, we know that this sine of 2 pi, what is sine of 2 pi? The sine of 2 pi, it is 0. So it means this term becomes 0, this term becomes 0, and this whole thing here, it is 0. So we are only left with the first term, and this 2 cancels with this one, and our final answer will be equal to 3 pi r square. So this is the area under the curve.